All right, everybody, man, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of SWAC Smoke, man, and we got a special guest in the house with us today, Mr. Creech from Bama State in the house. Y'all know I had to start it off as June 27th. If y'all don't know nothing about that screw at H-Town, man, go ahead and get up on that. But it's June 27th, man. I've been waiting 2 weeks to play that. I love it. I'm not from Houston, but I grew up with that screw music, so June 27th is like a holiday. So, if you're not on DJ Screw, man, go ahead and get up on that. But with all that being said, man, how's everybody doing today, man? How you gentlemen doing?
I'm doing well, C. Wells. Happy to be here.
All right. And
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, can't complain. Happy to be here.
Well, that's good, man. That's good. So first and foremost, we're just gonna kind of chop it up with this guy, man. Bama State is like the team with a lot of attention, and we're gonna talk about a lot of things. And if y'all got any questions in the comments, y'all feel free to get going. What's going on, Miss Body, Miss Angie? What's happening, man? I know my boy Big Rick out there somewhere. I know my boy Rick out there. I'm calling Rick Santa Claus right now, man, because he told me he got a list and he checked it twice on everybody. So let's just start at the beginning. And Jerome, anytime you got a question, man, you can jump in too. It's a free flowing thing. But I always like to start at the beginning. When did you start playing football? Who got you involved in the game?
I say I've been playing football since I was 7 years old, like since the little leagues. We didn't call it Pop Warner like most people do, but it was just kind of like a recreational kind of thing. And I would say my dad kind of, I can't really remember. I've always had the feeling of wanting to play football, but I'm sure I'm like for sure that he pushed me to do that. And he was always with me every step of the way, which he passed away the week before last season started. So he's always been pushing me, always been there for me.
Well, our prayers go out to you on that, man. Condolences. Losing a parent is tough. My wife lost her mother like a year and a half or so ago. I know how that can be. So where are you? Oh, go ahead. Oh yeah, man. Like I said, anything that can push you and guide you, and he's watching over you and he's helping you step by step. That'll never disappear. So where are you from? Let's start there.
I'm from it's called a small town. It's called Geneva, Alabama. But if you ever you know where Panama City Beach is, right?
Yeah.
So say you in Panama City, you drive straight north, like about an hour on the dot. It's like right before you pass the state line. It's like around Dothan, Alabama, or Enterprise, Alabama, if you ever heard of that.
Yeah, I know Dothan.
I would say I stay. Yeah, it's a small town. Not really a lot of people know about it, but I stay about an hour and a half from Tallahassee, actually.
Wow.
So
Yes, sir.
that whenever it comes to small towns, I always just ask somebody what's close by. You know what I'm saying? Because I can
Yeah,
kind of get a better idea of that. Because
I always have to say like Enterprise or Dothan for real, for real.
uh, I, hey, speaking of people, man, we got the big soldier in the house, Jamie G. Salute to you, bro, for putting this together, man. This is the guy that put this interview together. So I'm gonna let him take the flow for a little while, man. So big soldier, you step in and chop it up with us, man.
All right, what's happening, Dylan? Hey, appreciate you coming on, man. We chopped it up Saturday, man, and you hit
Yeah,
me
I
back
remember.
and hey and everything. I said, man, we gotta get you on the show, man. Hey, Dylan put in that nasty work. I had to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he was like, oh, hey, throwing that old, hey, he was throwing joking around. I'm like, man, who is this guy right here, bro? So appreciate you being on the show, man, and
Yes,
everything.
sir.
But shoot, talk about you being the number one HBCU fullback prospect. A lot of people didn't even know
Like,
that.
so I would say last summer. Well, so I'll play. I'm a transition to fullback when Coach Eddie Robinson got here. So
Mm.
that upcoming his first season was my first season at fullback, and I don't know, it just kind of it clicked. And I just had a great year. I was out there, you feel me, bullying, doing my thing, and then College Football Network. I don't know if you know who that is on Twitter.
Oh yeah, we rock with them, the most
Yeah,
definitely. I
they
know
they
exactly
posted
who that
Yeah.
some
is.
they posted some rankings and stuff, and they posted the top FCS fullbacks, and I was at number 11, and like someone had sent it to me, and I was like, oh, that's lit. Like, and it had like they got a good amount, like a good audience on Twitter and stuff. So, and then they dropped the HBCU ones, and I was at number one. So you feel me? That kind of like I use that as like a motivation. I didn't use it to the top to where like it kind of blew my head up because you feel me? At the end of the day, like a lot of people get a lot of honors and still don't make it to NFL. So that's just a little like just throw it to the side. Like take it because you know you've been working hard for it, but you got to keep going.
Okay, talk about did you play any other position besides fullback
Yeah.
before you were,
So actually, before Eddie Robinson got here, we had Donald Hill Ely.
oh, shout out to my boy. That's my dog right there.
Yeah,
Coach Doc. What's
I
up,
yeah
Doc?
I respect him, but he's the one he recruited me. So I had back in high school I played like like I said my town was small. I played about like I played running back, I played fullback, I played linebacker, I played kicker, punter. I couldn't get off the field. So like, but I was getting recruited at linebacker though. So when Alabama State offered me, that's how I got to Alabama State. I was playing linebacker at first.
Okay. Talk about talk about Coach Robinson right quick. How is it? What's the difference between playing for him and Donald Hill Ely? Like because I don't Doc did some good things while he was there, man. And Eddie Rob was definitely he came out of nowhere and really putting together a nice team. So what's the difference between those two coaches?
I would say it's a lot of similarities, but it's a lot of differences too. I mean, when I say Ely was here, he was kind of more old school. He kind of just stuck to the old things, and that boy did not mess around. When COVID came around, that boy did not mess around. And but one thing I say about E-Rob is he's kind of younger. He can kind of understand what these young guys kind of go through and like what we kind of go through, and he kind of like can understand and like catch
He can.
catch the boys' attention more. And he's brought a lot more. I would say he's brought a lot more funds to the school, a lot more sponsorships, a lot more. He's opened a lot of more doors that has just came with all this NIL stuff and this. Like he sacrificed. I would say Rob sacrificed a lot. Like he sacrificed a
Okay.
lot.
Okay, that's what's up. I might go. I'm gonna throw some little fun in. Who's your favorite player you ever went against in the SWAC so far? One of the probably most talented players that you ran across in the SWAC?
I'd probably say Isaiah Land
Oh yeah,
for sure.
oh yeah, that boy Isaiah Ladd.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Isaiah
he
Land.
definitely.
I respect Isaiah for sure. Yeah, he's tough.
Who on Bama State team right now is that dude? You know, like that you could say like, yeah, hey, he gonna be that dude next season, upcoming season.
Dang, well, I got a couple, but I can't even.
Gang of them. It's a gang of them.
I'm gonna give you one on defense and one on offense.
Okay.
And some people might know about this, but he played linebacker named DeMarcus Cunningham.
Okay.
He number 6. That boy's a dog. He's like I can kind of feel him taking more of a leadership role on the defensive side this year, like this spring and summer. I feel like this is gonna be his year. And then I like my boy Body. Like folks don't even really know about that boy's made some progress since he got here. Hey, Body done put on about dang near 20 pounds. That boy.
What? Scary.
Everything he's saying, I've heard it, man. So I know like I'm trying.
That's good.
I'm trying not to jump on the bandwagon because hey, I still got my hat on, and I'm still support because I am a part of Body Fam, but I'm hearing a lot of good things out of the Gump, man, and hearing it from a guy on the team, it carries a lot of weight. So, let me ask you this, Dylan. Adding a guy like that to your team, how has that changed like the mentality of the team and the vibe around the team this season?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like the past few seasons, and everybody can see, our defense is there. Our defense has always been there. Like, we've always kind of had a problem with the quarterback situation. Like, it's always switching the quarterback this, switching quarterback that. And we've never had one that's, kind of stayed healthy or just kind of produced. Besides, I would say last year's, close to the end of the season, Stewart, number 17, he did pretty good. But with Body, I remember playing Body my sophomore year. I was on the sideline. This when I played linebacker. I ain't getting no PT. That boy was running back and forth, sideline to sideline, just playing. He cribbed like a 70-yard touchdown, just off a scramble. So I feel like when he came here, when he came here, he was already a big name. So a lot of people was looking at him kind of just to see what he was gonna do, to see if he was really about that, to see if he was gonna step up. And as soon as he got here, instantly jumped into that leader, instantly started talking in the rooms, instantly started doing this, holding meetings, you feel me, saying stuff before, saying stuff that needed to be said. And I would say it's helped us a lot, you feel me? I think Body is that right. It's finally that quarterback we've been looking for, along with the new OC that we got. So I feel like it's really going to be different. Folks really don't understand what we got coming this year.
I got a question. I got another fun question. All right, Dylan, if you could take any player from a past Bama State team and put them with y'all right now, who would that be?
It don't matter how long ago it was. Let's see.
It don't matter how long ago it was. If you get one dude out of any Bama State team and plug them in now, who would it be?
It's a good one now.
Yeah, hey, that's a good question, man. And Bama State had some dog. I mean, you had your boy
Keyshawn to be scary right now.
Keyshawn,
Yeah.
and you got doggone Coach E-Rob was a dog.
Yeah, Keyshawn to be scary though.
Yeah, Keyshawn, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for any guy that makes it to the bigger level. But I would say I'm gonna give you one recently guy and then one old guy.
Okay.
So the old guy, no disrespect to Coach E-Rob, you feel me? When he first got here and told us his story, it was unbelievable. And I want to watch his highlights. It's yeah, he's a linebacker, so he always talking junk to me, saying he would meet me in the hole, this and that. We just be joking around like that. But I don't know if y'all remember the running back, Brad Baxter.
Oh, wait, bro, you went back to the 80s?
Yes,
oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. I seen Brad Baxter play in person, man. I'm old enough to have seen him play. I grew up watching Bama State play Southern in the early Gulf Coast class, and that dude was a runner. He played for the Jets for a little while, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, he's
that's a
actually.
that's a
How
good
old are
one.
you again?
Me?
I'm
No,
21,
Oh,
but
Dylan.
I
him.
just like a lot of like older folk, like players that played like, and so they come back and talk to us on
Right.
like homecoming or something, like, so we had a chance to meet Brad, and I chopped it up with him. I really like him because I watched him play and stuff. He's good and stuff, but he's actually from a small town called Slocum, which is like, I would say, two cities for me. So we kind of related on being from the small part
Lot
of the
some
same area.
similarities.
Yeah. And then
Um,
one recent guy I would say Keenan Isaac.
Yeah, I was thinking.
He
I
was
was
he was a
thinking that
good
in the
one.
back of my head.
That was a
Yeah,
good one.
Keenan Isaac was that guy, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
Keenan's
yeah,
good,
most
but he's
definitely.
tough.
Now I'm gonna tell you another back that would have been good, which I spell it right now is Keldrick Williams. That dude was a runner too.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I've heard some of the alumni folks talking about him too.
Yeah, them 04, 03, 04, 05 Bama State teams, man. Those were some good teams.
Hey,
Made SWAC championship, won the
talking
championship.
about their
Oh, go ahead.
team, bro. How about Bama State used to play 6 goddamn D-backs, bro, in a set called Speed. They had
hmm.
like 5 D linemen, 1 linebacker, and 6 doggone DBs, bro, and was
Wow.
giving jokers the business with that.
Them
I thought
Hornets.
that was sick right there.
Dylan, you looking at? I see you stacked up quite a few stats. You had tackles, you had receptions, you even scored a touchdown. I think last season, right against
Oh
Mississippi
yeah.
Valley.
So the season before this past one, I scored against Valley,
Valley.
and I think I had like 3 catches, but I've never dropped the ball in a game, so I only had 3 targets, and I had about, I forgot how many yards, but I ain't had that many. But this past year, I had almost like, I think 80 yards, and I had like 6 or 7 catches and a touchdown, and I scored against Skiki this past year. And
Okay.
my tackles actually came from punt, and I'm like the personal protector.
Special team. Okay.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, no. See,
that's
that
Hey,
important.
linebacker's always gonna live through me.
That's important.
hey, this is. And I don't know. I can't speak for those other two guys or whatever, but I'm a big supporter of specialists. So you play on special teams, we always gonna be good, man. I think those guys don't get the attention they deserve. But at the same time, when a special teams guy get attention, if it's not a return guy, that means something went wrong. So I always tell my wife, you don't want to know who the long snap is. You don't want to know who the up back is. You don't want to know who any of those guys are. You just let them do their job. If you know them, then that's cool, but you don't want to have to keep saying their name because typically that means something ain't working. But you got to have a special mentality to play on special teams, man. Describe that for me.
I mean, you see, like in high school, special teams, like, you play. I was playing at school, like I was kicking the ball sometimes. I play a little bit of special teams, but once you got to college, like it really understands like special teams are really important, and I would say it's really important at my position, whether it's linebacker or fullback, which I'm trying to play in the NFL at fullback. Like for me to boost my options, boost my chances of getting on a roster, like on a team, like I'm not just gonna have to play fullback. Like I'm gonna have to play any special teams I can, and I just need to prepare myself for that. So when that opportunity does come, I don't blow my opportunity because I've been playing this and I've been doing this.
Right.
You gotta love special teams, bro. You gotta embrace it. Like me
It,
playing
it's
fullback, like as me used to being a linebacker, I look at it as opportunity to go. You feel me? Just hit somebody, knock them off their
yes.
track. For real.
You got the same mentality at fullback as linebacker as far as going and searching somebody out to
Oh
try and
yeah,
knock
that's
them
that's
down.
really
You
why I'm
know.
so good at it. For real, for real. That's why I'm so good at it.
Yeah. Do you want more carries or carry here and there?
I mean, carry wise, yeah. I mean that could come, but I would say the receptions, yeah, receptions for
The
sure. Because
reception.
if I feel like if I do get the ball in my hands, like which I will, like with our new AC, like I have a good feeling that will happen. So folks really ain't seen what I could do in the field with the ball yet. So, but they really don't know that. So they gonna have to see.
You got to bring it.
I got some stuff in my bag for sure.
Hey, I like that. Stay tuned. I like to ask every guy that's been on this show that basically played in the East. I always ask them, man, describe playing at Valley, man. They get a new field now, but describe playing on that field. I ask everybody.
Let me tell you a funny story actually about this past season. So, like we had put in the I formation or whatever. We was running it over there, and like almost every single play I was in, like I would try to get out on my stance, and I'm like, before I can even get going, I'm slipping, like having to catch myself because it kind of rained before the game even started, so it was already muddy. So like, I don't know, and then two of our players got injured really badly that game too. So I'm really glad they got that turf stuff because they really needed it. But if I had to describe it in 2 words, not fun.
Hey, so what's the most intimidating environment you ever played in, like in the SWAC? Who in your opinion?
Y'all know what I'm finna say. FAMU.
You see what I posted? See Wells on Twitter. I told Brad another monster now.
Like for real. Like I feel like everybody in the SWAC that plays like that actually gets on the field and plays like Brad Stadium. Like that environment is different. Like they fans bring it every single time.
They so close right behind y'all bench. We so close, and then if the team engage or look back, then they're in trouble. And there's always a player going to turn around and look back.
Are you talking about the distraction committee?
Just turn around and I mean they be yelling and stuff and talking or what have you, but
so you just go deny that distraction committee? I know somebody that was on the sideline at a FAMU game. They told me about it. So
yeah, no, it's definitely something like that now.
I'm trying to tell him. He over there trying to act like it don't exist. We know. I saw
not like
when it was
like that.
What kind of distraction committee? I ain't talking about Terry Castile.
I don't know nobody's names. I just know there's a group of people that support the team that's close to the action.
We gotta talk on camera about that one then.
We'll talk.
It's loud, and the stands, the seats are really close, right there behind them. That's what it is.
Yeah, and FAMU people will talk.
They will talk. Yeah. We had the cannon. We haven't had the cannon in a year now or so. We got complaints about the cannon. So they stopped the cannon.
Who complained about the cannon?
I don't know.
Like visiting fans?
I think it was some people. It was shocking or scaring people. You know how I used to do.
I know we got one. We got one, and it make me jump all the time, but I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Because anytime that thing go off, that means
like
good.
The cannon. Cause I knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't shock me. But when you don't know, it'll jolt you.
Anytime you got a cannon, that means something good happened.
I'm looking forward to going to Alabama State this year. I heard their stadium is real nice. And the last time FAMU played up there, it was a good environment from what I saw on TV. We had a lot of fans that traveled up there. And I'm sure by being Alabama State homecoming, it's going to be really, it should be a sold out stadium. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's probably going to be like 20,000 people there for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I want to take in the whole. I hope it don't rain and all that. You know what I'm saying?
I hope not either.
A little bit of cool air is cool. Cold is great, but just don't rain so we can get the full everything. The band, the whole walk up, the tailgate, all of it. I want to enjoy it all.
Hey, Dylan. Well, can you talk about this, though? What you think? Do you think Jackson State and Bama State brewing up a rivalry? Because it's been brewing up for some years, way before Doc Ely, Eddie Robert. This Bama State thing probably came back probably like 2011. And I wish the conference would kind of
make a little
promote
game.
this, right? Yeah, make a little bit more emphasis on there because I think Bama State JSU, that's a good rivalry so far.
Nah, yeah, I respect that because, you know, like Coach, you always tell stories all the time about Jackson State, and you know when Deion Sanders came over to our stadium and did all that crazy stuff, you know we ain't ever gonna let that down. We ain't ever gonna let that down. So I
Hey,
feel
but
like
I'll tell you, it's something else that happened way before Deion too. When Rick Comedy said the famous quotes, they effing cheated us.
Man, that man.
When Rick comes, man, you know it was going down, man.
All right, hey, we joined by another person out the gump. What's up, DJ man? What's going on, man?
What's happening?
Hey, welcome,
to Creech.
DJ.
What up? You straight? You good?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know I had
this the man.
Well.
I know.
Creech,
I
was telling C Wells last season. I think he posted something on Twitter when they was getting ready to play Southern. When y'all was getting ready to play Southern, and he was like, "Man, who is this guy number 40? Man, is he even good?" I said, "Man, Creech is him." And he found out quickly.
Oh yeah.
So hey, I had to do my homework now, man. Like I said before, you know, I don't appreciate guys that don't play that talk. But if you play, you can say what you want, man. I embraced it, but I was feeling very enthusiastic about that game, man. Before the start of the season, you had DJ, bro. I was like, that's a dub, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a new offense, but you know we're gonna start slow and we're gonna get it together. And well, we started the exact opposite. We had a good first drive, a good second drive, and we didn't do nothing else the rest of the night. I was like, okay, but
yeah,
that was the first time we lost to Bama State in a long time.
I do remember the first drive of the game. Actually, y'all drove it down the score. I was like, okay, we're gonna have ourselves a game here.
Yeah, I was like, bro, we about to run. I was like, and I never say this, but I was like, bro, we about to run these people out the stadium because I was like, the offense clicking. I was like, and then it just went downhill. But is that a team that you like to play against?
It's crazy that because you just brought it up. Like, no, I last year going to like, because you know, I would say Jackson State for sure, because I would say, you know, the year before last, like they came in with Deion, beat us on our homecoming. We had a sold out stadium, and just for us to go back to them on their homecoming and beat them on their beat their own homecoming and like they had a pretty packed stadium too. You feel me? It's always just like great energy. It's always like the night before the game in the hotels. Like it's always like talking about this, talking about that. It's always some animosity when it comes to Jackson State and Alabama State. So I feel like the bigger games and like the bigger the game is, the better you play. And like you got a good game, you got to bring your A game. So I feel like every time we play Jackson State, it's always been like a pretty amped up game. It seems like every time we play Jackson State, it's always in a critical situation with the records and all that.
Every SWAC game is like that in the East. It's always do or die.
It's a beast in the East.
Now, no disrespect to the West, man. No disrespect. But Jackson State, Femi, Alabama State, like, because you know they take one from the East, one from the West. So it's all. I feel like them three is just
It's hard.
It's just three horses going at it, like.
Yeah, it's hard. You can't
no
lose.
disrespect to any of the other teams in the East, you feel me? But I was just
I've been saying this on the show for like the last 2 or 3 weeks. Whoever make out the East, man, I hope y'all enjoy Baton Rouge in December, man. We're gonna be waiting for whoever come.
Hey, you know where Coach Erod from?
I know you right there from New Orleans, man. Hey, I always and I know how they get down, man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, he can come home, man. That's a hop and a skip. He can come home, and you know we can give him some hospitality.
I think it's funny because me and Europe always go at it because he's a Saints fan and I'm a Falcons fan, and you know we're in the same NFC or whatever. So
South.
we always be NFC South. So we always going at it with each other. And to be honest, both of our teams aren't too great. So
Yeah,
Yeah, they all got a chance in the South though. Everybody got a chance down there in
oh
the
yeah,
NFC
hey,
South.
hey, the NFC South is like the swag West, man. You know, everybody got a shot, man. You can go 7-9 or 8-8 or whatever it is, 9-8 now because they play seven.
I
You
know
can
one
you can
team I ain't gonna get no shot. I know who ain't got a shot in hit, and that's Dallas.
Don't say
man,
that.
bro. Come on, bro. We trying to we having a good show, man. We having a good show.
I just had to throw that one in, man.
Oh
I'm
man.
getting I'm getting up and walking off for a minute, bro, because he out of control now. He out of control now. I,
Speaking of Dallas, do you remember Moose Johnson, Dylan, the fullback?
Oh yeah.
I might,
oh yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
that was
was
a
a
hell of a
beast.
fullback. That was a hell of
Yeah,
a
I watch.
fullback,
I have to.
man.
I watch all the old schools because, like, fullbacks back in the day was,
Right.
and I like the headhunt. So you feel me, like
Yeah.
Mike Allstar,
Mike Allstott. Rathman.
uh,
Temple
Rathman.
yeah,
from
Charles
49ers.
Rathman.
49ers. Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
Yeah.
them boys just be some dogs for sure.
Floyd. What's his name? Floyd from Florida State?
oh, bar none,
Bar
William
none.
Floyd.
William Floyd. Yeah,
That,
he was a beast.
that was the man, man. Guys like that,
Yeah.
could catch and run. You know what I'm saying? They was game breakers
Block,
in their own right.
block, and knock you out too.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to watching. I never really watched a fullback play, but now after meeting you, so I will be looking at the fullback when Alabama State plays their games. The first game of the season against North Carolina Central.
oh yeah. We
So
in the Dolphin Stadium.
yeah, I know you're looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
It-
fun for sure.
It's
It's
like
On a
a
gonna be
bowl
Sunday too.
hot.
atmosphere.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. You're gonna need some pickle juice
Yeah.
or something because
Oh hey. I'm from the country. I'm from the country. I know about the
that,
heat.
that country heat is
that
different, man.
hey,
That
that
country heat is
Miami,
different.
that South Florida different though, bro.
It is. It
Yeah, I know.
is. It's humid as
I've been
hell.
to Miami a few times, so we got a bunch of boys that play on our team from Miami. So
That's true. You do, yeah. I think that's gonna be lit down there when y'all go. That's gonna set the tone for the season, you know. Um, with North Carolina Central being a powerhouse, so
oh
what
yeah,
someone would say, you know.
yeah.
So I
I
can't
want
wait
to
to see
talk.
that.
I want to talk Magic City, man. This and DJ, you could chime in on this too because you're a Bama State dude now. But for us who ain't experienced that game, man, both y'all, man, can y'all describe that game? Because I don't think any of us been. I don't know, Jerome, you been to Magic City Classic before?
No, I haven't.
That's a
Well, the
lit
three of us
game.
ain't been.
That's the
Y'all
littest.
describe it.
That's the best classic in the conference. Like all the festivities, all the activities we do before the game, like before the game leading up. Like my first Magic City, I will never forget. Like so, we have like this big luncheon, right? And A&M sits on this side, we sit on this side, like, and you can just feel it. You can just feel the animosity, like you can just feel it. And we over here yapping, they over there yapping, and the coaches will start. The coaches will say something like the head coach, like Coach Maynard, and then Coach Europe will say something like be talking all that, talking junk. You feel me? So, and then we get to the game, like it's just I don't know. It's like I would say it's like the Iron Bowl for real of the SWAC.
Except nobody gets shot out of the game.
Yeah.
But I my boy Big Soldier say Alabama and them people very nice. Is that true?
Man, I can tell you, they the nicest fan base in the swag.
Yeah, I don't ever really hear them. They don't ever really try to do too much for real.
Thank you. I've been trying to tell you, man. That's the nicest fan base. I
That's
think I
like
rock with.
I actually went on a visit. Hey, this how I know I'm a hornet. DJ, listen to this right here. So in high school, boom, I dropped 5-6 hours of Huntsville for a visit on one of their games. Me and my dad went up there. We left second quarter.
He just drove up and left.
Yep. We left second
Second
quarter.
quarter. Wow.
Texas Southern was probably up by 30 something.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think they came back and won that game.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they did. If I'm thinking about that was
like 2019.
yeah, 19. I think they did. That was like a shootout game.
Yeah.
Mm.
But now we
So you
did
missed.
leave though, and then a few months later, that's when Alabama State called me. I took it.
Home is home, man. How do you like? Well, I know you like it because you're there, but describe your time at Bama State, man. How's it been a Hornet, like in the community and everything? How do you treat y'all out there?
Nah, it's great. You feel me? I know you Montgomery. You know, there's a lot of history that goes behind Montgomery. So, like, I always learned about it as a kid. So when I got the opportunity to come up here and like just take it all in, I mean, I was really happy for real. And I've always been accepted here. Like I've never felt no type of way. Like we live in a cruel world like these days. So I feel like I've been blessed. You feel me? I've been taken care of, and I take as people take care of me. I've always said like you take care of me, I'm gonna take care of you. So like I mean, I've never had a Bama State's always helped me. Like they've never left me hanging. They've never like you feel me. So it's always been good, and I've built a lot of friendships here. So like a lot of friendships I never thought I would build, and I would say I've grown a lot from being
Lifelong
here.
friends. Yeah.
That's what college all about, man. Like I'll say, when you find a team with good chemistry, records notwithstanding, those guys can bond, man. And that, sometimes that can be the difference between, teams going on a run and winning games and teams losing games because you play for each other, your family, and you trust each other, and family ain't always going to get along great. Sometimes y'all gonna have your ups and downs, but they as long as you got that good bond, man, and Bama State showing you love, that's what it's all about. And I know I can speak for me, and I'm sure the rest of them, man. You got some more supporters over here. Like I said, y'all gonna play Southern this year, so I'm definitely all the way in. I ain't got to pick, But I tell anybody, and I tell every guy I ever talk to, man. Hey, you one of my favorite guys until you play Southern. I don't care I don't care what kind of stats you put up, but y'all gotta lose. That's just the way it go. But I don't have to have that problem this year. And I'm trying to pull up to that game in Mobile against Alcorn, so I will be in the house at least one Bama State game, man.
That's one game last year, Alcorn State, that we got something for them too, for sure. We got something coming for them.
They beat three of us on this show last year. But they beat us worse than all of y'all combined.
We turned the ball over like almost, I think, 4 or 5 times, and we shouldn't have lost that game.
Yeah, this season's setting up to be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of hits we got to make.
Hey, do you know Alcorn's coach can fry the best fish with that Alcorn?
Yeah, we're gonna have a SWAC coach cookout.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a SWAC coach cookout.
Yeah, he can fry fish with that on that media day post.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
So I wanna Dylan, you can chime in on this, but I want everybody else to chime in too. Coming into the season, there's not really a hands down favorite, at least the way I feel. So I think Bama State gonna get a lot of attention in the preseason, man. How you feeling about that?
Hey, you feel me? What comes attention comes responsibility, and you feel me? Like we've been working since May 28th, like as a whole, as a team. Like been here this summer, like not a lot of schools in the SWAC, like you feel me? Get the whole entire summer, like everybody, the whole entire team. We've been working 5:30 in the morning, every morning, like every day of the week. You feel me? So like it's not like we definitely putting in the work, you feel me? But Because I ain't gonna speak too much. You feel me? I'm gonna let it be a surprise. But I do know one thing. I do know one thing though. We coming for that ring for sure. We all need one. We hungry. We hungry for sure.
And that
And we got Jackson and we got fam in the nest in Montgomery. That's all
that
I need to
is
say.
true. That
Yeah, that's
that's been the one.
that's two critical wins. Y'all definitely had to get because I
That,
think
that's been
whoever
the
win,
one.
yeah, that's been the what they say. That's been the thorn in the side for a while.
It's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
I can't
wait.
wait.
I can't wait. But we gotta take it one game at a time. We can't get too far, skip past that. They gotta
Well,
play North Carolina Central first. Take it one game at a time, Dylan.
Yeah, for
well,
sure. I'm
he
already
got
knowing.
he got to take it one game at a time. We don't. We ain't got to play. We could jump down the end of the season. He can't. So I always, I always respect that from a guy, because I like to, some guys, they'll say a little bit, and sometimes you don't want to, you don't want to put too much out there because you'll never know who watching, man. Somebody hears something and they take it the wrong way or whatever. But I want to, the SWAC is like a high energy league, man. Highly competitive. It's typically usually super physical in games. Are you a guy that talk a lot during games, or you just let your actions speak for you?
It just depends on who we playing for real, like how I'm feeling. But I would say I talk some smack. You feel me? And especially if I put you on your back, you gonna hear from me. You gonna hear from me.
That's
And
right.
I ain't gonna. I've had some folks get mad at me. Call me this, call me that. I just laugh in that face. I'll see you. I'm coming right back. I'll be right here.
That's right.
Indeed.
That's right.
I talk smack when I need to.
I'm gonna ask you this, Dylan. Hey, is y'all coming with some more uniform combinations this season? Because I was telling C Wells I thought Bama State had some of the best jerseys, you know what I'm saying, last season. Is there any surprises coming with the lids or
We're gonna have to see.
God, that all white lid with the Hardy. That thing right.
Tell him DJ we're gonna have to see.
I was about to say you talk to DJ.
Nah, no
Like I said, since E-Rock got here, he's opened up a lot more windows. You never know what's up his sleeve.
Y'all ain't finna get us in no trouble.
We'll never do that. We'll never do that. I'll ask later. I'll ask later when there's no record. So I'll find out what I need to find out. But DJ, you got anything you wanna chime in, man? Since you're here.
Man, you feel me? We've been working all spring. It's been a long time coming. We always break it down on 33-20. It's been 20 years since the SWAC championship, 33 years since Celebration Bowl, and I think this year is perfect timing, and that's all I'm gonna say. You feel me? Criticizers can criticize. That's what they get paid to do. They don't be on that field for real. So all I know is this year for me personally for me this year, you feel me? I got a lot of things I need to reap that I should have gotten last year, and with this being my third year at fullback, I say, it's time to get some scouts on me. Like, it's time to get some eyes on me. Not saying there's no eyes on me yet. You feel me? I haven't heard or talked to nobody. You feel me? But it's time I get some respect. It's time I show people what I can really do. And I'm not playing nice this year. I'm not.
Oh, well, let me ask you this: do you know? I'm sure you know, but are you aware of who y'all played in the championship game the last time y'all won a championship? I can help you if you.
Nah, was it Southern?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We beat y'all in 03, then y'all beat us in 04, but y'all had a damn good team in 04. So let's do it again, man. 20 years. Let's do it again. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to round about putting my team in the mix, man. So I'm desperate, man. We ain't won a championship since 13, so I'm hungry, man. But anybody else got any questions for Dylan while we here?
Hey, if it sounds funny, y'all keep calling him Dylan. He Creech. Hey,
Well,
Creech to everybody.
okay, hey. See, you got to tell me that before the start, man. I call people what they want to be called.
Let me tell you a story about that, sir.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story about that. So he's playing UCLA on Pac-12 on ESPN Plus Pac-12 Network, and I came out there, and the broadcaster was like, "So how we feel about his new fullback, Dylan Creech?" And they went to say something like, every time he steps on the field, the whole team starts yelling "Creech." So that they've been calling me that. Like they don't even say Creech. They say Creech, like they drag it. That's
Creech.
Creech. Hey,
Some
of the players, I got it now.
Some of the players
when
on the
I
team
see you, I'm
know
gonna
my
yell
first
that
name.
out.
For sure.
When I come up there.
Yeah.
You say
Creech
someone don't even know your first name?
Yeah, so some of the new guys like, dang, I didn't know your name was Dylan. I just call me Creech.
Well, hey, from here on out, man, you Creech, man. I'm gonna make sure I get it right. I don't want no smoke, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you flying through the screen. I don't want no smoke. But anybody else got any questions y'all want to ask him, man? While we here?
I'm good. I'm just happy that he came on and I got a chance to meet him and talk with him. And I look forward to watching him play this season coming up. That's all.
All right. So go ahead, Jimmy.
Mr. Jerome, Mr. Jerome, maybe I can come say what's up to you after we beat y'all.
Hey, fire the cannon on that one.
Hey, that won't be happening this season coming up. So I'll look for you after the game. I know I probably won't see you, but I'll try and make my way in that vicinity. Give you a chance. Maybe you can come back on the show and rub it in my face that next week.
I need video footage. That's all I'm gonna say. I need video footage.
Hey, I got a question, real quick question. Where is the best place to hang out and get something to eat in Montgomery? Because I plan on coming to that Bama State game as well.
Oh my God, there's so many. You like wings?
Yes.
There's this place. It's kind of a smaller place. It's not small, but it's kind of like, it's called Bryn's Wings. Like you go in there and get wings. They got like karaoke up there. You feel me? They got the bar to the side. Like folks in there having fun. Like it's a pretty good spot. And, you got some dope dog spots. If you want some like oxtail, some Jamaican food, you want to go
to Creech calling out the oxtail.
Oxtail. I know. That must be the Miami. That must be the Miami boys.
Yeah.
I want to say the oxtail spot, the Jamaican food spot. It's like American Delight. I'm not sure about the American part, but I know the last name of it is Delight. Maybe it's Jamaican Delight. I'm not sure. I've been there one time, but nah. That's one thing about coming to HBCU, but
you're gonna get a culture check. It's an experience, man.
And I know how to eat. So
that's one thing about being in the South. Period, man. You gonna get your good food, man. You definitely gonna get your good food. So, man, like I say, man. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna tell you, there's plenty of places like you can really ask around. There's plenty of places that I don't miss at all. Especially during the football season.
Well, I'll be up there that Friday before the game, so I'm gonna be around. I'm getting around. Trying to be outside, as y'all young kids say.
Oh yeah. Trying to be outside.
Hey Jerome, don't disappear after the game now, because I'm gonna hit him up after the game and be like, man, did you talk to Jerome? And he can be like, who is that? I'm gonna say, okay, that's all I need to know.
Hey, it's gonna be rough, I already know it's gonna be a rough season, but
it's gonna be a battle, man. So, man, like I said, we thank you for stopping through, man, and chopping it up with us.
Yes,
Um,
sir. I appreciate y'all
what?
for having me for real.
Oh, it's all good. Hey, salute to my boy Big Soldier up there for making this happen, man. But if I don't know how active you are on your socials or whatever, man, but you want to throw that out there for people to follow you, or you got anything else you wanna promote or whatever, man, the
I would
floor is
say
yours.
my Twitter is Dylan DYLAN3 Creech CREECH. I'll be active on Twitter. I kind of use Twitter as a platform, boost my promote myself with football wise, trying to venture out, get out there and stuff like. My Instagram is Creech CREECH, but with 3 H's. That's my Instagram, and I say that's all I pretty much use is Twitter and Instagram. But personally, promoting wise, you feel me? I just the fullbacks ain't dead yet. The story of the fullbacks ain't dead yet. So I'm
That's a
still
good
here. You
deal.
feel me? I'm still here to wreak some havoc. And as a team wise, you feel me? Yeah, we might have a lot of attention, we might have a lot of pressure, but that's exactly what we asked for, and that's exactly what we wanted. So
That
Well,
come
you
with
know,
it.
they say pressure bust pipes, but pressure make diamonds too. So it's all in what you make of it. But fullbacks ain't dead, man. We need to get that on a shirt. That's a shirt. We need to get that on a shirt
Yeah,
for real.
I'll get that shirt. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, I'll rock it.
Hey, ain't nothing better than what. Ain't nothing better than watching a team line up in our formation and just smash mouth somebody, man. Football that went away from that. But if you can run the ball, you can win football games. Hopefully, Dylan, I'm still hey, it's a habit. Don't kill. Hopefully, man, we get to see you in the Legacy Bowl, man.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
scout,
so
get him now.
I'm gonna
Get
get
him
there.
now.
I'm gonna get there.
I bet I'm there every year, so I love to see you there. Because I know you got great things in front of you. Best of luck to you and the team, man. And like I say, Creech, thank you for rocking with us, man, and chopping it up. Everybody, the man with one name, man. Stars got one name. So Creech is in the house, man. Y'all, thank you for tuning in, man, with us. And hey, best of luck to you this season.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one. I appreciate y'all. We'll stay in touch.
Oh,
Creech,
Joe.
Creech.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all. Y'all have a good day.
All right.
You
Okay.
Oh, you too. So man, like I say, that went that like I said, I was planning on at 30, but hey, I always go with the flow on that. So we ain't got a lot of time, but it's a couple of things I did want to touch on that came out today. One of them in football is the SWAC is giving out tablets now to the teams for the sideline use. For adjustments on the sideline, kind of like the NFL do. I thought that was a pretty good move. So everybody, they're gonna make them available for every team to use whenever they want, and I think that's gonna go a long way, man, with helping with on-field adjustments and hopefully changing the way a lot of these games are being played.
I got a question. The internet. We can't hardly use the phone at most of them stadiums.
Oh,
They gonna have to,
that's a good point. Because I can't speak for nobody else's stadium, but at Mumford, man, your phone is
I
your phone
they
is
got a
a brick.
Wi-Fi booster or something.
They got to,
go
man.
along
So
with
they
they
gonna
got
have to.
to.
unless
But
that's
in that
another
case,
station.
in that case, then Southern need to they need a public Wi-Fi in the stadium. It's like, man, I'm tired of my phone not working. Like
Yeah.
you
It
get
worked
30 people in the
periodically
stadium.
at Bragg. It worked periodically, but sometimes, it just if it's a lot of people in there, and
Oh yes,
so y'all don't be
and
complaining. We went to Southern and our tablets wasn't working.
but at Southern. And Southern, they gonna blame everybody because they gonna blame us for their stuff not working because they gonna say we shut it off on purpose. So we ain't never gonna. And I'm gonna tell them, man, we got the same problem, but ain't nobody gonna want to hear that. So it's gonna
Right.
hope like they say, like Jamie G say, man. Hopefully, they got some kind of Wi-Fi boosting or something to because that's vital, man. Being able to use that stuff. But the other thing is a couple basketball notes. And first off, this upcoming season they going to 10 teams in the tournament instead of 8, and then next year they're going to 12. So No more Valley missing the tournament. Everybody get to go in 2 years. Next year, 10 go. Then the year after that, 12 go. I thought that's interesting. That means first round buys for the top seeds. What you hate?
I don't like
everybody going?
12 teams. Yeah,
Oh,
I like everybody.
I thought you were talking
about. I need the best of the best.
I just like it because that means first time buys.
Yeah.
And the other basketball note they had is they changing, and I think we talked about this before, but they changing the scheduling. The women gonna play now on Thursday and Saturday, and the men gonna play on Saturday and Monday. So if you play like Southern play Alcorn and Jackson, then women will play Jackson on Thursday, and the men will play them on Monday, and they both play Alcorn on Saturday. I think that's how, whatever, But I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, because I don't know if women's basketball in the SWAC got the attendance to handle just a game by themselves one day out of the week. So hopefully, they can have a good turnout. But I think a lot of the time people turn out for women's basketball because the men's game after that, and that's not fair to the women, but it's the truth, So hopefully, we'll have some teams support that and make it worth it.
Yeah.
So do we got any Rattler news today?
I got some Rattler news. If you want it. Yeah, give it to me.
All right, now let me make sure I got the right one. I think that's it. I can't see it.
All right. Rattler news today. Brought that for Jamie G right here. All right, here we go. Since we talking about basketball, FAMU added 4 basketball players this past week. Jermaine Charles, a 6'11 forward. Leonard Taylor, a 6'2 guard. Caleb Washington, a 6'8 guard. And Tyler Shirley, a 6'8 forward. So
nice start.
Yeah, I'm saying that's a good start, for the team coming up that we have coming in for the new coach and everything. And this is my slogan: to make wine, you got to smash some grapes. So it's gonna be, it got to be some casualties in war. I'm happy with what I think that the new players coming in, at least with the size. I don't think we had anybody last year 6'11" with that size at all on the team. So
I think
I'm looking forward to that.
Y'all had a couple of guys. Like y'all had actually one of y'all guys transferred to Jackson State. I did one of y'all big men transferred to Jackson State, but I thought FAMU team could have been a lot better than they were. I don't feel like they ever played with any real system, man. And I don't like to say this about teams, but and I'm not saying that because it's FAMU. I say that about Southern when they're not on par, but they didn't play a fun style of basketball to watch. Like they just kind of was out there. Like a lot of times, a lot of ISO ball. Sometimes the tempo be hella low. But at the same time, they had scores, man. They had guys that could shoot. I mean, you had MJ Randolph a couple years ago was scoring 30 a game.
He was all SWAC, player of the year.
Yeah. You had guys like Lamar and Spirit this year. You know what I'm saying? But they had guys, but they just couldn't put it together. So hopefully, got a solid coach, and I think he can get some good things out of him.
I think he on the right track, on a good start. Anyway, I just been waiting to see who that dead eye shooter we got to bring in there. You know, the way basketball is now, it's either dunk the ball or shoot a three. So I'm looking forward to getting some shooters spread it around out on the perimeter and just filling it up. At least that's what he said his philosophy was when he had his opening press conference. So I'm looking forward to that. And I got some FAMU football news. You know, people was questioning whether or not FAMU was going to be able to continue recruiting with Willie Simmons leaving and Devin Respit's leaving. And they wondered if Cozy was going to be able to continue to attract the talent like he has. But so far, they got 27 FBS players in. And they're not just players. They're ranked by athlete.net. I think that's how you pronounce it. They got the second-rated recruiting class in FCS football. So they're not just bringing in guys. They're bringing in what seems to be good guys now. So that part about the recruiting aspect has been answered, I think. Now, whether or not, you know, they put it together on the field, that still remains to be seen, you know. But that's it for the Rattler news today.
Hey, I was wondering when that rattle was going. I was wondering when that rattle was going to come out. I got pom pom. I was like, but
pom pom for Jamie.
Yeah, they love their pom poms in Jackson.
Yep.
Don't worry about it.
There you go. So I had a couple. I had a couple things I wanted to do this week, but you know, our show went a little bit longer than originally thought. But I do want to touch one thing. Ask you guys one thing, and you know, we'll kind of close it on this. Breakout guy for each one of y'all teams, man. You know, you can pick whoever whoever guy. I know, Jerome, you said I took yours already. My bad, but I think that guy is gonna be special. I pick a favorite guy from every team, and I think that might be mine. But you got anybody else in mind? Oh, you can still rock with him. You know what I'm saying? We can both have the same guy.
I'm like Creech. We loaded. I'm like Creech. We got a lot of people to pick from. No, but for real, I think that Allen Smith Jr., defensive end, is going to be a breakout player. He played in the rotation last year, put up 27 tackles, 11 solo tackles, had 3.5 sacks, and that was in the rotation. He forced a fumble as well. That was in the rotation with Say and with Dunn Jr. So
yeah, I was gonna say
I think
with Dunn, that's a big hole to fill.
Right. Well, hey, he was meeting Dunn at the quarterback last year. That's how he got them 3.5 sacks. And Dunn was probably just beating him by a little half a step here and there. So hopefully he can take that next step this season and pick it up and be the next in the long line. Well, I ain't gonna say long line, but next in the line of defensive ends coming out of FAMU with Kamara Stevens, Isaiah Land, Dunn Jr. now, you know. So hopefully he can be the next in line. And that's who I got.
All right, Big Soldier, what about you?
Hey, I'm gonna say, one of my breakout players, I feel like that's gonna really be something. Marcus Dupree, his grandson, Jay Dupree. That's who I'm gonna go with. Jay Dupree gonna come out and play a little slot. Yeah, just be on the lookout, man.
So what? I wonder, was that the little dude that was in his 30 for 30, man? Because that was about that time frame.
That was his little grandson was in the 30 for 30. Yup.
That was him? Oh, Lord. I'm getting old, man. I remember that little dude, man.
Yeah. Marcus Dupree, grandson Jay, and on defense, I think Reed Pulling, linebacker. I think he's gonna be special. I think that's gonna be another breakout player.
So for us, mine got a caveat because y'all know I never do anything cut and dry. Mine got a caveat, and the caveat is depending on the quarterback play. Darren Morris is a young wide receiver from Southern Lab. He played some last season, had a couple big touchdowns, had a 96-yard touchdown against Lincoln, for whatever that's worth. But he had a touchdown in the Bayou Classic, and he did a backflip after the touchdown. So that you do that on NBC, you telling me that you got a little dog in you. And he had a solid spring, man. He got good speed, pretty good size. I think he can be a guy that can step into one of those big play receiver spots. If the offensive line play well and the quarterback play well, that's a lot of ifs. But I think if he get his opportunity, he can be that guy, because we don't have a guy with size that can be a go-to guy right now. So I like Chandler Whitfield as a slot type guy, but this guy can, he can be a game breaker. So quarterbacks, I get the ball to him, man. I think, and he from Baton Rouge, so it's about time a kid from Baton Rouge really step on the scene. But I do think he have a good ability to do it. And I'm gonna throw one more out there, but he's been a starter his time now, but Derek Williams at linebacker, I think this is gonna be the year that he becomes a great player. Like he played next to Jalen Campbell the last couple of years at linebacker, had a great duo there. Southern defensive line, helped out a lot, so I think he can take another step this year and be that guy on defense in a leadership role. So those my two, we didn't have to do two, but I figured I would.
I got two.
Go ahead.
I got one more on the defensive line. That's James Ash, defensive tackle. I think this year he gonna step into the spotlight in the SWAC. He 6'4", 280 defensive tackle. He had quite a few tackles last season, but this year I think he's gonna bust out. He's been around and he's been carrying the torch from General Hunt, and he been there through the trenches, and he knows what it takes, Pass on.
Guys like that, man. I'm always excited to see guys like that flourish, because nowadays, you could leave at any point. But for guys to, put in the work and continue to put in the work, and I'm not knocking nobody that leave, because, you can make whatever choice you want, but I'm going to always show love to guys who could go somewhere and they stay, So I'm always, I always want to see guys flourish like that. So anybody that put in the work and they grinded and, they had the ups and downs and now they up, hey, I'm rocking with you. But those are our breakout guys. And of course, they're going to be others. And I'm going to probably have some more from other teams that I want to see step up as well. But we're going to table our bold predictions. We'll try to have next week. Give everybody a chance to kind of recalibrate. But I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this one on up, y'all, man. Like I said, I think this was a great show, man. Again, salute to Creech, man, for coming through. He brought a lot of energy, man. I love to interview guys like that. Great personality, hungry, just great guy. Salute to the big soldier, man, again, for putting that together, man. Hey, he put in the work, man. That's what pretty soon, man, he gonna be here and I'm gonna be over there. So he gonna take over. He gonna take over. Y'all gonna see us flip flop one day.
Jamie say, nah, you got it. All right.
Oh,
that's a great question.
I didn't even think about Thursday the 4th. I ain't doing nothing. I don't know about y'all. So
I don't know. That's a good question, because
we'll get together and figure it out. We might do it another day, but we will do it if everybody available. We'll do a show next week sometime if Thursday don't work for everybody. We'll let y'all keep it tuned, keep it locked to the socials, and we'll let y'all know. But that was a good question, man. I ain't even realize the 4th. I didn't know the first was Monday, so that's what
Right.
that's what my mind at. But so we'll get together and figure that out. And like I said, we'll let y'all know where we stand on that. But there will be something at some point from us next week.
All right.
All right, y'all. So with that being said, man, we're gonna get on up out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Stay cool. Stay dry because it's raining in most places. And y'all be safe out there. And we'll catch y'all when we catch y'all. We out.